Yo, Elliott.
Yo, so today we got a question from a bro who wants to know, yo, Elliott, should I buy my wife a house? Or should I wait till I'm making more money? Great question, bro. But before we dive into that, you ought to know that my name's Elliott Hulse. I'm a strong man, strength coach. I've been making men strong here on YouTube since 2007. You just stumbled upon my wisdom channel, where you ask questions about life and I'll offer you my insight. If you got questions, post it down below and I might make you a video. So, question. Yo, Elliott, I'm 35 years old, married, 2 kids, single income provider, I'm physically fit. Follower and fearer of Jesus Christ, and I make over $100,000 a year. Man, you are just hitting on all cylinders, ain't you? He says, wife and I want more children. Damn right, brother, make more children. We need more kids on this world. Don't let them bullshit you about overpopulation, he says. But then he goes on, his question says, we rent. Okay. Housing market is in shambles and is literally going to take all of our savings just to get in the door. I'm struggling with finding a way of making other income to compensate. I'm sick of Bitcoin stuff, got into realty, stock trading. I feel like there has to be another avenue unique to me and my skills that I can make more money and get this house comfortably for my fiance in my finances. I think that's what he said. I'm at the point where I don't even want a house that's going to take all of my physical hard work right away. It's hurting my wife because she deserves a home to build in. We feel like we aren't conceiving any more children because of this hurdle. Any suggestions? Yeah, man, I'm going to just jump right in and just say, stop being a fucking pussy and buy your wife a house. You got the money to do it, just put it into the house. You can get up every day and you can work, you'll pay for the house. You're being scared. You're being afraid and your wife is suffering as a result. Get her the home. Your woman needs a nest. A woman needs a nest if she's going to be birthing and raising your children. It sounds like you got a good wife and she's doing what she needs to do. And you're making money, you're a hardworking man, but you're letting the fear get in the way. Dude, if you can get up every day, you can make the ends meet. That's all you need. If you have the money to put a down payment, go find your wife the most beautiful house that she can just rest and nest in, and you just keep fucking working. You're being selfish too. All this talk about, oh, I need to find something that's more congenial to me or something that's another avenue unique to my skills. But I don't know what it is that you're doing right now, but you're making over $100,000 a year. That's not a whole lot of money, but it's enough to raise a good family. And if family is the most important thing to you, which it is to me, then you will pour every penny into it. Every dime you make goes right into your family. I don't have anything because they suck me dry. And I'm happy to do it every freaking day. And that's the nature of a man. The nature of men is to just, because we have so much to give, we have so much strength, we have so much power that we die in our delivery of it. Now I know that there's real estate and there's Bitcoin, there's all kinds of shit that you could do, that you could put your money away and invest it, but my investment is in my family. That was what I was taught by my father. I don't have a whole lot of money in stocks and bonds and crypto coins and shit like that, but I give everything I have to my children, and I will do it till the day I die. And if they suck me dry and run off and never remember me, it doesn't fucking matter, because that was what I was called to do. And if you're a father, that's what you're called to do. That is your vocation in life. You die. That's, I think a part of the reason why men these days, even men with families, have no sense of purpose, because we don't know how to give ourselves wholeheartedly to anything. I have ADHD. I have shiny object syndrome. I can't be consistent with my YouTube videos. I'm not consistent with my business. I'm not consistent with finances. But there's one thing that I am totally consistent with, and that is my wife and my children. I will just, to the day I die, give everything I have to those people. To my people, to my tribe, to my blood and bride. What else is there? What else is there? Legacy? What kind of fucking legacy is there when you die? They're not gonna remember you. They're not gonna remember me. These YouTube videos will just, they'll fall off somewhere into algorithm land. Like every time I disappear for a couple of months. It's like I don't even fucking exist anymore. Don't fool yourself into thinking that somehow you're going to leave this long legacy. And there's, like back in like the 1700s, you're going to have a picture of Grandpa Tony up on the wall, right? Grandpa Tony, like the Rothschilds and shit like that. Those people are demonic. Don't let them be your model. Baron D. Rothschild in 1684 funded the wars of Europe. Right? There's none of that for you. Do you know that when a man blows his load and he has an orgasm, that the French call it the le petite mort, le petite mort, little death, petite mort. You can tell I don't speak French. Le petite mort, the little death. You actually die a little bit every time you give your essence. You die a little bit every time you give your seed. You die a little bit every time you blow your load with your wife, and then you bring forth more life. That's why we die early as men. We die earlier than women because they suck up all our energy. The time you blow your load, your wife's not giving you sex, you're giving her your power. Right? If you got a good wife and she's taking your power and she's turning it into babies, but you too scared to give her a nest. Right back to square one, bro. You being a pussy. Stop being a pussy. Stop being a pussy. Man the fuck up and just give it all. You have nothing. Nothing for you. Why? What do you want? I want my life, my heart, my soul to live on the outside of my body. That means my family. I don't need fancy things. I don't need savings. I need to see my children flourish. I need to see my children healthy. I need to see my wife happy. That brings me more joy than she even receiving. It gives me a boner to give my wife everything I have. That's one of my turn-on statements to her. I'm like, I want to give you everything. She knows what I mean when I say that. I want to give you everything. I want to give my wife everything. She's a good woman, and she deserves it. I'll give it to her. Well, if you got one of these bitches that take advantage of you, I don't know your wife, right? Maybe she's just trying to suck you dry so she can divorce you later on when she gets, hits that epiphany phase, right? When she realizes that, I married this beta male, made all his babies. I'm gonna take him for his money, and I'm gonna start boning some alphas out in the street again. I seen women do that. I'm not trying to scare you, but that's why your family should be rooted in faith, right? I see it happen a lot. These guys that give everything to their wife make a bunch of babies, and I'm not trying to scare you, and then they run off. But even still, give it all, give it all, give it all, and be done. I don't want anything when I'm done. I don't want anything when I'm done. I just want to be surrounded by people that I love, that people that love me, and I pour myself into. I'll die penniless. And it all comes full circle, man. I don't know. There's no promises. There's no guarantees. But my father the way I'm talking right now is exactly the way my father talked to me. This is not just me. This is Edmund Hulse speaking through me. Like this is just how he trained me. There's DNA and blood in my veins. And my dad is retired, and he loves his fucking life because he poured so much into his kids that now his kids can give back. Between living here with me and then going back with my sister, he's got homes. He's got 2 homes. My dad doesn't work anymore. He broke his fucking face, gave everything to his kids, and now he's got 2 homes. Never scared. My mom tells me the stories about how when they bought the house in Long Island, my parents are from Belize, right? So, the backwoods, what would they say? Wetbacks? My parents are fucking wetbacks, right? Came here like illegally and then had to like figure it out, finagle it, many years later, getting lawyers and shit so they can actually stay here legally, right? In the 1970s. And they were in Brooklyn, fucking Brooklyn. My dad, high-minded as hell, said, I want to live in a nice big house in Long Island. He ruined the neighborhood. At least me, I look a little bit white. My dad looks straight up black with straight hair. He ruined the neighborhood. He said, fuck it, I'm buying a house in a white neighborhood. And my mom told me the story about how She wrote the check for the down payment, and that was the last penny in their savings account. Mom always tell me that story. She said it was our last penny. She wrote they had what they used to do back in the days. They would stamp your checkbook to say that your account was closed because they had to close the account. Bang, account closed. Close the account. And you know what they did? They fucking worked. So look, you know, you're a single provider, so am I. We're doing things a little bit differently than they did back in the 80s, right? We want to be we want to raise traditional families, traditional homes. Make it work. Figure it out. But I wouldn't go trying to chase dreams when the real dream is in your home. Buy your wife the